All right, another beautiful sunrise in West Virginia this morning. It's March the 14th, and I'm out doing some scouting. A little bit early for any gobbling, really. I heard one gobble like 2 times way off. But it's like 30 degrees this morning. Had a little mini cold front push through. But decided to get up here and do some walking and do some scouting a little bit today. Move some cameras around to try to get some pictures and put a cell camera up on this ridge where me and Andy Galliano killed a bird last year on the last day. So I made the climb up here today and got to the spot where me and Andy killed that bird last year. And unfortunately, I didn't carry my camera that day because it was a little bit of drizzle rain, and I should have taken it because it was the most beautiful hunt of the year, but I didn't. And so since I'm up here today, I figured, well, maybe I'd just do a little walk through that hunt. Kind of talk about this spot and how it lays out and how good it is. So I'm up on the top of this ridge, and I'm right on the fence line of this property, and I have access and permission to hunt the neighbor property, which has a big field in it, which the turkeys like to strut. It's short grass, he has cows. My ridge is Hardwood's ridge. Beautiful. And I'll turn the camera around here in just a second and kind of do a walkthrough and show you what's up here. But I was walking around up here looking for tracks, looking for scratching, and it's tore up again. And I thought, well, I will walk through this hunt before, since I'm up here. So here we go. We struck this bird early in the morning, and I knew he was out on the end of this point, this big point that runs down into this bottom field. So he come around the top of our ridge, and I'm gonna actually walk you to the tree that we set up at. We came around the top of the ridge, and we got within probably 80 of the bird on the roost. Last day of the season, so you got to think. Heavy foliage, which helped us. Drizzle rain, which the ground was wet, so we could move pretty good. So we got to these 2 big trees. I'm going to flip the camera around now. See those 2 big trees right on the fence line right there? We set up right there at those 2 big trees. And you can see there's some brush right there too that breaks our back, our back lighting up. And those are huge trees, so we could both sit on them very easily and shoot down this fence line. We could shoot into the field or shoot into the woods because he was roosted in the woods. So I'm going to spin on around here. So this is what we were looking at. This is down the fence line. Okay, so this is that side of the fence. The left side is my property, and it's got pretty hardwoods ridge, acorns, open hardwoods right there. And the bird was roosted straight out the fence right on the tip of that point. Okay, so we set up thinking, well, he could come right up that ridge, or he could come up this little pretty road in this field. So we called and worked him forever. Long story short, he had a hen with him that we didn't know about, and it hung him up down below that huge log right there. He was down over the lip of that for forever. So we had to wait him out. We called another hen in who came in behind us, and she eventually went around and went to that gobbler and that other hen that was with him, and that other hen didn't like it. So they began a big hen fight, and they came around the bottom of this log, down around to our right, down over this lip of this hill right here. And then the gobbler proceeded to gobble and strut and come around the left side of that log right there. Full strut all the way up through here. And Andy shot him about right here where I'm standing. So you can see those are the 2 big trees we were sitting at. Andy was on the left one, I was on the right one. So Andy shot right down this fence line and killed him right here. And it was one of the most beautiful hunts I've ever experienced, especially late in the season like that. But you can see why those turkeys would like this area here. It's a little road on the side of a big hardwoods ridge. It runs right down here, wide open wide open, just a beautiful little flat point right on the transition line between woods, hardwoods, where they roost. They typically come up on this little ridge right here, pitch right out into these trees right here, all off this ridge. It's easy. You'll see them do that a lot. Roost there on a regular basis. But you can see why a bird would take up shop right here and strut. I mean, it rolls down to even another little roll right there. So yeah, I just wanted to walk you through this spot and what makes it so good. All these trees on this ridge right here, for the most part, are oaks. So there's a ton of acorns right here laying on the ground still, even still. Like I said, this guy has cows. So there's cow pies laying around here too that they flip over and peck through. So this is one of those, sorry, I thought I heard a turkey. This is one of those money spots that's going to produce year in and year out. If you can find a spot like this that's on a transition line, on a fence row, whatever. I'm fortunate that I'm not fortunate, I'm blessed that I have the great property that I have, but not only that, but I have permission and access on the neighbor property that has the fields, because he has quite a few birds too. So it's good to have ground to roam on and look, find birds on. But like I said, I'm going to hang a camera up here kind of near this, so I just thought I'd do a quick little rundown since I didn't get that hunt on film, and kind of a breakdown of why this spot is so good. There's turkeys scratching all right here under my feet right now, where they've been scratching through cow pies and picking acorns and everything. Lots of scratching. So this is a good spot. It's going to produce a bird again this year, probably, hopefully, on Youth Day for my little girl. So, sorry I got long-winded. This is off of my little vlog camera, so sorry if it's not the best audio or video, and then, shaky in spots, but I have it with me today because it's easy to carry in my pocket, and I thought I'd do a little rundown of this spot because it is so awesome and so beautiful. So, here's a view from over the ridge, and we'll end with that. And a turkey just gobbled over there. Holy moly. Holy moly. Like I said, this spot is awesome. Thank you, Lord. Alright. So we're on the other side of the farm now. Come to a spot that gobblers like to roost a lot. I've got one just hammering over this ridge. He's gobbled 20 times probably already. But I wanted to get in here and hang a camera. People want to know why you hang cameras, or I just do it because I like to get pictures. But I like to take inventory before the season. How do you hang a camera? I hang it on what, a sign. I hang it on places I know turkeys strut and hang out. It's very obvious turkeys are hanging out right here where I'm standing because there is scratching everywhere. I'm going to turn the camera around real quick. We got to get out of here because this turkey is coming and he's gobbling his brains out. So I'm going to turn the camera around real quick. As you can see, this place is tore up with scratching. Just tore up. All of it's just tore to pieces. Right there's my camera on that tree. Right there. The gobbler. Trying not to move right now. He hasn't gobbled in a second. He hasn't gobbled in about a couple minutes now. So he's moving. Either he's dropping off that side, or he's coming this way. I don't want to bump him or booger him up. I need to get out of here, but I can't just go trouncing out here without him gobbling again, because he was close the last time. Really close. He might be coming down in here because it's obvious that a bird's been strutting right here. This is a spot that I know very, very well. I've hunted this farm for 16 years now. This will be 17. And I have killed many gobblers right here in this exact spot. I'm trying to sneak out of here. I don't think he busted me or nothing. Walked up in there to hang that camera, and he started gobbling like crazy. Just right over the hill from me. If I had been hunting, I could have killed him right there in that spot. Very easily. I'm trying to get out. There. But I killed my first turkey ever. Right there in that same little patch of woods. Lots of good roost trees in here. Lots of oaks. And you can bet every year that there's going to be turkey scratching right there. There's a road. There's a road that goes between two big fields up there. That's all woods. Them turkeys love that little road in the woods. Love it. They stay in there all the time, and there's always scratching. Never hung a camera in there, but I've always wanted to. But I decided to put one in there today. Boy, I hope he didn't see me or nothing, because he stopped gobbling abruptly, and he was close. Really close. But I gotta get out of here before he comes on down in there. I know he'll be in there today at some point, because he was really close. So that's good to hear that there's one right there, because it's probably my favorite spot on the farm to hunt for various reasons. So now I'm diving off this big point. I'll show you. This is a point that dives down to a very familiar spot as well. The spot where Liza's killed. Liza's killed both her turkeys down here on this next flat I'm going to go to. But this point dives right off, and you can see why a turkey would roost on this point, because it is just beautiful. Comes right off that top that I was just at with all that scratching. And it's a real steep point that they can just pitch right out off of into these trees. So this makes this spot and this spot down here on this flat above the bottom fields just dynamite spots. I'll flip around and show you this point right now real quick. Right here's this point. It drops deep down in here. Pretty steep. So it drops right down in there in that flat. So it's a good spot. Well, it's been a pretty successful day scouting. It's March the 14th, so it's kind of early. We're still over a month away from season in West Virginia. April 20th, our season comes in. So April the 18th and 19th is Youth Day. That farm that I was on is a farm that I always take my daughter on, and she's killed both of her turkeys on. So sorry if this camera's like sideways, but it's kind of acting weird. Anyways, she's killed both of her turkeys there. We always get on birds there. It's my money farm. It's my very best farm. Like I said there earlier, killed a bird last year with my buddy Andy Galliano from the Turkey Hunter podcast. He killed one there on the last day of the season. And I was standing up there this morning, kind of running through that hunt and always replaying it when I'm there in that spot. But I actually heard two turkeys gobble from that spot. They just started gobbling on their own at like 8:15. One gobbled about 5 times, and then the other one gobbled about 3 times. And then worked my way on around the farm to a big point in the middle of, in a little patch of woods between 2 fields where it's just dynamite every year. There's always turkeys there, always turkeys scratching there. There's a huge tree there that I always sit at. I've done some blind sets there. I've killed some birds in that spot. Turkeys always roost on that point, which is the point above where Liza, my daughter, has killed both of her turkeys at. So there are always turkeys there.
And I thought, well, heck, I've got a camera in my backpack. I'm going to set it here because there's a ton of scratching. So I'm just going to set it on video mode in this scratching and just see what happens. And wouldn't you know it, I got that camera out and found the tree I wanted to set it at, and a turkey just started hammering. I mean hammering. He gobbled probably 20 times, and he was probably 100 yards from me when he started gobbling. I knew it was pretty close, but I was in the middle of hanging that camera, and I was like, crap, I need to hurry up and get out of here before I booger him up. Well, by the time I got the camera hung and did a little video there, he was like 70 yards from me coming, and he was just over the lip of the ridge above me. And then he stopped gobbling pretty abruptly. So I don't know if he saw me, if he heard me, or what. But I never heard him gobble again, but I know he was there. And had it been season, I could have sat where I was at and killed him because I was in the spot. I mean, obviously he was making his way that direction. So he wasn't boogered up bad, I'm sure, because I don't know that he ever did see me. He probably just heard me bailing off that side of that ridge really quick. So anyway, I ended up hearing 6 gobblers, which is phenomenal for March the 14th. Really, really good. They were all unprovoked. I never made a sound to any of them. All just gobbling on their own. And like I said, the last one I heard was at probably 9:15, about an hour after the other two. And he gobbled his brains out, like hard, like double, triple gobbling on his own. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know if he saw me, if he heard me, if he spooked, or if he just gobbled his way up to that high knob and just started strutting. I don't know. And that very well could be, because that's a known strutting ridge. They go there to strut. It's a perfect spot to strut. It's between two fields, like I said. It's a high knob. A lot of acorns, a lot of beech in there. So they constantly in there scratching and stuff. So pretty good day. Got 4 cameras hung just because. I mean, not because you have to hang cameras to go kill turkeys, but I like to get pictures of turkeys. So I just go hang them in spots that turkeys like to be and just leave them. And like I said, we're a month before season, so I just leave them until I go back there to hunt or whatever. So should have some good pictures. I'll be back later, closer to season, to listen some more, to get better inventory, because I know there's more birds in there than just that. There's only like 2 that I could have probably hunted. The rest of them were way far off on other properties and stuff. But I know that there was 2 different flocks of gobblers in there this fall. So there will be birds there this spring. I'm not worried about it. Enough rambling. Great day. God's good. Beautiful day today. And turkeys are starting to gobble. So get out, put the legwork in, walk a little bit, find your sign, and then start listening here in about 2 weeks every morning, and it'll be on fire then. So God bless you guys. Have a great day.